My wife cheated on me thinking to do a whealthy life, but it didn't went exactly like she was thinking. I had been single for 5 years and married for 2 years. In those 7 years, everything seemed perfect. When we first met, it was love at first sight. Over time, my love for her only grew stronger. My friends even joked about how much I had changed since meeting her. Before her, I was a tough, cold man, shaped by my army experience and my upbringing. I had never been vulnerable with anyone except her. In those 7 years, life seemed great. I was doing well financially, my job was paying well, and I was deeply in love with her. I had even set up a trust to protect my money and properties with my best friend and sister as executors. I made this decision because my best friend had gone through a painful divorce where he had to split everything with his ex-wife, even though she didn't contribute financially. I set this trust up as a safety net, just in case, and because I wasn't financially stable yet. We also agreed to a prenup before marriage, which stated that if either of us cheated, there would be no alimony. I found it odd when she suggested it, but I agreed because I never imagined either of us would cheat. The first year of marriage was perfect. We had a great life, a beautiful house, and we went on amazing vacations. But in the second year, things started to shift. I became more focused on my work, trying to land a major client. My job was our only source of income since she wasn't working and preferred to stay home. I tried to balance everything, but I was often tired and stressed. For about 6 months, I worked long hours and neglected my personal life. I kept prioritizing her, trying to keep her happy and satisfied. I would wake up early, go to the gym, make her breakfast, work all day, come home to cook dinner, and spend time with her. When the client finally signed with us, I booked a 2-month vacation to Paris to relax. We had a great time in Paris, and I thought we were stronger than ever. But when we returned, I noticed she had become distant. She was cold, always on her phone, and didn't engage with me like before. I tried to talk to her, but she blamed it on personal problems and stress, so I let it go. This went on for 6 months, then one day, after a big meeting at work where I was expecting a raise, I decided to go home early to share the good news. But when I parked outside, I heard loud noises coming from the house, strange sounds. I thought I was imagining things, but as I got closer, I realized it was her voice. I recorded it on my phone, then walked in and caught her with another man. The shock on her face when I called her name was unforgettable. The man quickly ran out, leaving her covered with a cushion. I was in complete shock but didn't say anything. I went to my room, packed my things, and she started accusing me of cheating, saying I was just dreaming. It was absurd. I took my time packing and drove away. As I left, I felt a sense of relief, like all the anger and tension had lifted. I stayed in a hotel for a few days while my phone bombarded with texts and calls from her, but I ignored everything and changed my number. A few days later, I contacted a lawyer, explained the situation, and he told me, "You're a smart ass. I can guarantee she won't get anything else from you." After months of no contact, I sent her the divorce papers. I heard she found a job to barely make ends meet. When she received the divorce papers, she met with her lawyer and said, with a big smile, "I did the right thing cheating on you. I'll get all your money, and I won't work for the rest of my life." My lawyer and I smiled. He put the prenup on the table. And she immediately realized her mistake. She'd only get half my money, nothing more. Then, she broke down, crying and begging for forgiveness, saying it was just a little mistake, that she loved me, and so on. I watched her for a while, then she signed the papers. I heard she stayed in the house for a few months until the money ran out. After that, she moved into a small apartment near her new job. She tried contacting me again, but I never answered. I didn't feel anything for her anymore, just indifference. As for me, I met a new girl, and we've been dating for a few months now. I'm happy, my work is going well, and life is good again. Thank you for listening to my story.